Welcome back to Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI here on WHNO TV 20, coming to you from Moe's Pizza, 1112 Avenue H in Westwego, where Italians do it better. I'm Rick Ailey, the head coach of PRI, along with our Prep Recruiting Insider, the Renee Nato. And Renee, when you're playing Thanksgiving week, you have some great things going on. You get to play football, you don't have school, and you get turkey at the end of the week with a football game. It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, you know, the contenders and the pretenders have kind of separated themselves from one another at this time. If you've gotten past the first week, unless you're a contender, you're not going to be playing Thanksgiving weekend. We're going to kind of focus on some of the recruits that will be facing the local teams that obviously from around the state we won't get on this show, but there's some great athletes out there who are being recruited who will be facing our local teams this coming weekend.
And let's go right to the very first game. We're looking at Landry Walker playing Parkway, and there's a couple of Parkway players being recruited.
Yeah, Parkway has a good receiver, Jonathan Jones, 6'2", 185, offers from Louisiana Tech, UL Monroe, Purdue, Southeastern, and McNeese. And a running back, Robert McKnight, 5'10", 185, is a UTSA Frank Wilson coach team commit right now, so he's going to be a good player for them.
And then next we have Warren Easton playing Minden, and Minden has a couple of prospects.
They got a couple of linebackers, Rick, that are very good. Zakarian Baker, 6'1", 225, outside linebacker from Minden. A three-star guy, UL Monroe, and Northwestern State are watching. An inside guy, 6'1", 240, Cameron Morgan, a three-star guy. Houston, Mississippi State, UL and UL Monroe are watching him as well. So that's two defensive players on that team. They have a really stout defense.
And the school we're highlighting today, McDonough 35, is playing Plaquemine. And the Green Devils have a couple of really fine prospects.
And we're going to talk to McDonough 35 players, or some excellent players are being recruited as well. But Plaquemine, Todd Harris, a four-star guy, an outstanding safety. Todd Harris, 6', 180, 4'5" guy. He is one of the best players in the state, and so they may have the two best safeties in the state in that game with the players we have coming up today. Also, a running back athlete, Kevin Domingue, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's a 4'3" guy, transfer from Parkview Baptist. Army has offered him, and Arkansas likes him, but those are two players on that team that really make the team go.
And next up, we have the West St. John Rams playing Manny. And West St. John has a very unique prospect, the son of head coach Brandon Walters, who spoke to us yesterday at the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club, representing the Rams very well. But his son is a hot prospect.
He really is. He's a wide receiver cornerback, 5'9", 175, Jamal Walters. Good ball skills, very smooth. He is an interception machine. He's got, like 300 interceptions the past 2 years. Offers from Tulane, ULL, UL Monroe, and UTSA. Actually, he has about 20 interceptions the last 2 years, last year and this year included.
And he also plays some quarterback when necessary for the Rams. And next up, one of the big games in our area, Evangel coming down from Shreveport for the second consecutive week, this time to play the John Curtis Patriots. And Evangel has a couple of really fine prospects.
They really do. They have a three-star guard, Ethan Harvey, 6'4", 285, offers from Army, Columbia, ULL, UL Monroe, and Southeastern. They have a wide receiver, Tanner Ash, 6'3", 180, 195, 4'6", 40, 35-inch vertical. Good separation, aggressive after the ball. He's getting looks from Arkansas, Baylor, Louisiana Tech, SMU, Southern Miss, and ULL. And the guy who makes that offense go, Connor Curry. He is a 3-year starter, 6'2", 180. Clemson and Southern Miss have offered. Houston and Arkansas are watching him. He's a 3.9 guy, squats 465, pretty stout for a quarterback. Very smart, and you look at the history of quarterbacks at Evangel, he makes very good decisions. He's in line with his guys who played before him.
And next we have the Brother Martin Crusaders going up to Baton Rouge for the second consecutive week, playing the Hornets of Scotlandville. And Scotlandville has 3 outstanding players.
They do. Marquise Britton, a cornerback, 6', 170, offered from Jackson State, a 4'5" guy. He's getting looks from Tulane, Mississippi State, and Houston. Brian Thomas, offensive tackle, 6'4", 275, a UTSA commit. And a quarterback, they call him Juice. Levi Lewis, a lefty magician, committed to ULL. He's got offers from Tulane Army and Iowa State. This year, Rick, 2,588 yards and 22 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions passing, and he rushed for 978 and 9 more scores.
And Catholic High, New Iberia, is coming to Riverside. Great player from Catholic of New Iberia.
Offensive tackle Zion Hill, 6 foot 280. He's a 2-star guy. You know, in fact, he's a defensive tackle. He reminds me a lot of Tanzel Smart in the early stages. I don't know if he'll be that good, but a defensive tackle, 6 foot 280, offers from Tulane, UL Monroe, UTSA, and ULL.
And last on the list, but certainly not least, the Notre Dame Pioneers. The Pios are hosting St. Charles Catholic.
Defensive tackle Tyler Shelvin, he is a monster, committed to LSU. He is 6'3". He's a marshmallow shy of 400 pounds. That's the problem. He's a dominating guy, and they're going to have to talk to Coach Frank Monica the other day. They're going to have to maybe block him with about 5 guys. He is amazingly dominating. He's committed to LSU right now, and they call him the #1 player in the state this year in recruiting.
And they're certainly outstanding, the Pios defending state champion, but you know the Comets will be ready for them. When we come back after this break at Moe's Pizza, Coach Wayne Reese and the McDonough 35 Ron Eagles after this.